We came from Goose Island Campground and we were heading towards Canyonlands National Park. Although the Moab area is about 4,000 feet high, to reach the entrance to Canyonlands, we had to climb out 1,000 feet more. As we were going up, the water became colder and more rainy. Canyonlands is a desert in which the Colorado River has sculpted its canyons over time. If you like geology, this is a paradise of sedimentary rocks, a fabulous place to see Mesozoic rocks that are unusually covered by vegetation. The park covers more than 300,000 acres of the Colorado Plateau and contains 4 distinct major districts: Island and Sky, the Needles, the Mesa, and the junction of the Green and Colorado rivers. For those who love history, it was in 1869 when John Powell's epic river expedition took place. In this, some of the first maps and geological observations of this region were created. In the year 2019, the 150th anniversary of this expedition was commemorated. Island in the Sky is the most accessible district, offering sweeping views from many overlooks along the paved scenic drive, several hikes of varying lengths, and a moderate 4WD route called White Rim Road. Here we discovered the existence of this route called White Rim Road. It's 100 miles long and can be accessed from the road that enters the park. Only 4x4 vehicles, motorcycles, and bicycles are allowed. ATV trips typically last 2 to 3 days, and mountain bike trips typically last 3 to 4 days. My dad, of course, wanted us to do this route, but my mom wasn't so sure. In any case, that day we couldn't do it because the road was closed due to the rain. In favorable weather conditions, this trail is moderately difficult, and extreme caution is required. During high water conditions on the Green River, sections of highway on the west side may be flooded, making a complete loop impossible. The next day, we were advised to use the path called Schaefer Trail, which was accessed from the Moab, which is located at 1,000 feet less in height, and which avoid the steep descents that are seen in the images. We followed this advice, and we will show you this route in the next video. The Canyonlands. We only did Island on the Sky because the other areas are more remote and many of them require a permit. From this overlook, we went to do the trail that took us to Mesa Arch. This is an easy trail of just 1 kilometer. Mesa Arch is an amazing place to watch the sunrise, and it is popular for photographers. It has impressive views towards the Salt Mountains at any time of the day. From here, we will take a short but steep path leading to the so-called Upheaval Dome. Exhibits at the end of the trail explain possible theories behind this unique geology. Upheaval Dome seems to be quite a different geological history compared to the rest of the park. In an area about 3 miles or 5 kilometers wide, the rock layers are dramatically deformed. In the center, the rocks are pushed up into a circular structure called a dome. Geologists don't know for sure how it came to be, but there are 2 main theories being debated. One is from a crater, and the other is due to a salt from an ancient sea that ran through this area of Utah. Our next stop was Grand View Point, located at the southern end of the island in the Sky Scenic Drive. From here, you can see miles of corrugated canyons, the White Rim Road, the Mesa and the Niels formations, and mountains beyond them. A short paved path leads to this overlook. And here, we went back to the white Rim Overlook to see this place again, but now with the light sun. We spent the night at Island in the Sky campground. No reservation was necessary as there were plenty of spots. It should take into account that in these remote places, the campsites tend to be primitive.